Night. Welcome to my Saturday morning coffee hop. Just gonna fly a Wellington over and do a bombing run. Those of you that like bomber planes, you're more than welcome to join me. Just checking the stream right now to make sure everything's going okay. Again, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just doing a morning coffee hop. Hope everybody enjoys the flight. Just got a picture of my panel, just looking at YouTube Studio. All right. So everything is functioning correctly. Let's just go through a startup. Just gonna hit this supercharger right here, pull it up. Make sure I've got I'm using the mouse or my touchscreen. I've got a touchscreen overlay for my 40-inch Samsung. Works relatively well in Cliffs of Dover. Even works even better in DCS, but let's get some flaps down. Let's check that. I'm going to do this by keyboard here real quick. Oh, that's right. I've got to get my engine started. Little ditsy move there. You're going to want to set up some keys for left engine, right engine, all engines. Oh, excuse me for the yawn, but it is 6:30. 7 again. This is Black Knight. Welcome to my YouTube stream. I'll get these things started. Should be ready to roll. Right engine's going. Get this left engine started. Get things functioning here. Alright, while those engines are warming up, I'm going to go to the bombardier seat and do what I like to call my pre-prep before I take off. I'm going to try to hit 11,000 feet on this run. Ooh, need a new info window with secondary controls, customize info window. Just to make sure your settings are accurate. I said 11,000. That's 11,000 right there. But all right, the gauges you're looking at is your altitude gauge and your airspeed gauge. Let's preset my airspeed to 200, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's see. All right. So we're all set there. Everything's lined up. You're going to want to lean into gun sight key, which basically takes you into the PIP to line up your target. You're looking at the dead center where they come together. That's where you're making your drop on that. You're definitely going to want a couple of keys for your directional gyro. I'll go up to the cockpit and show you that. You're going to want to be able to move your directional gyro left and right. That'll help you steer your plane into target. Alright, well, this is what I like to call my Saturday morning coffee hop. Still looking for bomber pilots to join me every Saturday morning Eastern Standard Time, roughly 6 to 6:30 a.m. So I like to kick off this flight. There's relatively nobody on, so you get a good clean run at it. Make sure I have all engines selected. We are ready to roll. Radiators are wide open. Let's get this lady rolling. At about 100 miles an hour, not bad to get this puppy up. Gear up. I'm going to maintain this bearing. Temps are good. The only time I ever use an info window for secondary controls is for bombing. I don't use it in game. I also deleted off my screen the damage info window. You can remove that. I just have a window for server chat information. Up here, info window for local time. And then up top right, I've got a frame counter plus the guys for my Warbirds of Prey Discord. I'm going to post my Warbirds of Prey Discord channel. Hopefully I get some people to join. The mission has, I believe, just started, so this should be a good flight. I'm going to drop my pitch down to just under 2400. Last time I made this run, I was popped my engine right before I got there. Got my eggs off, but it wasn't a clean run. So again, this is about, to be truthful, it's about a 30 to 45 minute hop. I land pretty quickly. I land at AMC map. Let's see if my voice attack is working. Map. There we go. So just to give you an idea what I'm looking for lineup on this bomb run, we're headed to Bardia. I'm looking to come right up over this, oops, fly straight, feel like the guy from Avatar, over this bump and just right across this T and I at this airfield right by the road is a flak battery that I want to put these eggs on. I'll try and make 2 solid runs today for these flak batteries. There's one on the southern side, and then there's one on the northern side, right by this ridge right here. That's one thing that I wouldn't mind seeing is, like, if you can take a marker and place it on the map. Instead of a waypoint, like a marker. There it is. That's what I wanted. And then I wanted to place another marker there. There we go. So those are the 2 bomb sections I'm going after. The 2 bomber sections I'm going after. And I'm just going to keep my climb going. Again, call sign's Black Knight. I fly pretty much on the weekends. I try to get some flight time on a Monday or Wednesday night. If I get home early enough from work, I try to rip into some dogfighting on the Team Fusion server or on the TWC campaign server. Really hoping Fado gets that up and flying within the next couple of weeks. I'd really like to partake in that and get a lot of guys on over there. and get the Tobruk campaign going. See, I joined Fatal's group probably going on about a year now. I've been flying with the TWC. My old squadron that I used to have, a lot of those guys were on my squad that moved over to the TWC, which is fine. I barely had time to fly at that moment in time, let alone keep a squad going. My squadron was the 238th. The reason why I chose the 238 squad was just the motto. The way I fly is to the end. It's just the way I fly. I just, in a dogfight, I'm gonna stick around to the end until I try to get everybody home, even without bullets. Sometimes I'll just try to put my propeller right on your rudder or your elevator and try and bring you down that way if I don't have any bullets. But that's just me. Especially if you're flying on the Battle of Britain map and I'm flying over England, I'll definitely put my prop up your tail and then just glide down to an airfield and land. I'm really excited for the guys at Team Fusion. They're doing a great job. Patches are coming out consistently to make fixes. Excited about that. I do see some issues with the plane that I love to fly, which is my Hurricane. I'm also questioning the speeds in the HF. Keep telling me that the indicator gauge is broken. I would call malarkey on that. They had to have some kind of a speed reading and altitude reading, otherwise their pilot notes would all be off. So all the pieces of data that they have written in pilot notes as far as altitude and speed tests would be null and void. You could try to do it by ground in time. That's possible. But I think that 90% of the time those guys were so high up, you're not going to be able to take a ground marker and then fly to a specific spot and then get that speed, and that's what you're using. I believe the indicated airspeed in the gauge is accurate. Now, if it's not accurate in the game, well then you've got some work to do, lads. Get it fixed. Because to be honest with you, I'm still not getting the true airspeed speeds or even indicated airspeeds for the aircraft that I love to fly. Now, I mean, yeah, I'm biased. Everybody has a bias. I'm biased towards the RAF aircraft because that's what I love to fly. Yeah, I've noticed that the German aircraft have gotten their perks. Their damage model has gotten a little bit better, in my opinion, if not extremely better. I'm not popping wings off like I used to with my 20 millimeters. But hey, to each their own. It's tough one when the Allies have never had a relatively decent advantage, and we then go to get a little bit of a better advantage, and it seems like we get neutered. It seems like we come right back down to square one, to where my cannon shells are just venting a 109 and not ripping wings off. So, by the way, I like to fly mainly the 2C, which is 420s with high explosive rounds. I'm not looking for you to be flying with a vented radiator and then have you come back and kill me. We've been facing that shit for I don't know how many years, excuse my language. But if it's accurate, I'll get feisty. You know, it is what it is. If it's moving towards more of an accuracy, but I don't know. just seems to be the wings have gotten stronger in the damage model, to where I'm just clipping a wingtip. Might have been just the shot, or I'm venting a 109, and I do get some wings to pop off, and I don't know if that's just the trajectory and accuracy of the bullet that you've given me. I don't know if you've weakened that. Hopefully not. I just hope you keep the data to the data, and if the data states that, well, then the Germans can whine all they want. I'll just buy them a block of frickin' cheese. Anyways, moving on. We're about halfway to 3/4 of the way there. I'm going to start setting up here. Altitude looks good for 8. I really want to get to 11 or 12. You get a better visibility of your target coming in if you're above 10, because the visual, the game doesn't allow you to duck your head or move to the side. Guys, I don't know if we can fix that in Team Fusion in the bomber seat, just to give me a little bit of more side movement around the head. It seems like we're quite locked in the Wellington as far as distance from left to right, unless that's my track IR. I don't think so. I think that's game related. All right, 9,000 feet. Let me get me some coffee. I'll get me some coffee. All right, I got my cavern, my Bardia Valley that leads up to Minister. That's Minister number 2. Again, if you're joining me on the live stream, I'm going to go out real quick, level off, and check the chat. Send a little hello message in the chat. Hopefully it pops up. I apologize. I have to get a second screen or a tablet or something to see the chat messages popping up. And I'll work on that process probably by Thanksgiving. Little slight ground sand anomalies, they pop up, but that could be the graphics card. I definitely need to clear out my shaders. I recommend that you don't clear out the skins for the plain skins. Clear out the shaders. That always helps with performance. All right, I'm gonna drop into the bomber seat and get this thing lined up. Altitude says 10.6. I'm almost to my 11,000. I'm going to check my directional gyro. Looks good. Stats. Looks like I've got a young gentleman by the name of Sebro carrying bombs and just a little Hurricane 1 fighter bomber. Sebro, if you check my video stream out, you can take a Hurricane 2 series with bombs, which is a little bit more formidable aircraft than that Spitfire 1. I would take a Hurricane 2C because you got the 4 cannons. If you come onto my Discord channel, I'll help you out with elevation and horizontal on the gun platform so that you can do well in killing planes. All right, now I'm going to maintain the 1 degree of flaps, and I'm going to set my mode 22 here and get this plane lined up. I don't like going into a steep dive. I want to try and maintain my 11,000 feet. I've got my 11,000 feet. I'm going to tweak to the right. So if you notice, I'm changing my directional gyro by 10 degrees. Now I'm maintaining my 11,000 feet. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to check my altitude at 10.9. And it's closer to 11. But I'm going to go with the 10.9. I'm going to look at my speed. I'm going to just see what my speed comes up to as I swing this plane into the target. Now mainly I'm concerned just with my speedometer. I've got 170, 11,000 feet. And it really looks like I'm almost at 180. So I'm going to leave it 180 and get this thing swung into place. Map. Looking for my roads. I'm looking for that road coming out of Bardia. There's a dirt road that leads into the main road. Okay, I've got the base. Alright, so I'm gonna start swinging right to target here in a second. As soon as I get over the as I get over the coastline here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Start swinging her into place. Nice and smooth. Man, that looks good. See, I'd like to be able to sit up a little bit more, guys, or lean to the right with my head so I can see the target and make sure I'm lined up the way I want to be. But I'm gonna just keep my bomb sight on the road at the backside, and then hopefully we'll get this lined up. Yeah, I can't shift. I want to be able to shift over slightly just to give me that few more seconds of time to possibly get this thing lined up. It looks like I got to come right a little bit. I'm going to start there. Let me get out of there, check altitude, last check. 11,001. 11,001, speed 170. All right, here we go. All right, right on target. Oh, shoot. Well, if you make that mistake, I'm going to have to extend and come back around. Not the best at it. You got to open your bomb bay door so you can drop your dag-burn bombs, dumb goofball. So I'm going to extend past the target. And then I'm just going to do a complete 180, lock her in, and see if I can drop again. Oh, what a great run. Thought I had that puppy locked in, and you forget one process. One part of the process you screw up. What should have been a good solid bomb run turned into dog crap. Well, let's just make sure that you keep your pilot notes right by your thigh. And I just say idiot. Alright, I'm going to switch to the chat. Anybody there? I've got no concurrent viewers. We had a couple join. Got 2 supposedly watching. Not seeing the chat come up. Ah, there it is. But I don't see it coming up on the screen unless it takes forever. I see it popping up. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's working. All right, let me get back into the aircraft. I'm just going to fly out this way. And I'm going to take it off. Got plenty of fuel. Oh, excuse me. That was a crap run. Stats. Now the one thing we don't get, I'm going to do a quick turn here. The one thing we don't get is you score points probably on the website, but you're not gonna score any points on in the in-game. The only thing in-game counts are your I'll go for the northern one. go for the northern flak battery. We'll see how this goes. I'll just check altitude. 10.7, 200. $10.9, 150, 8765. Let's see what we got. So we got 10, 11.1. Radical. We'll bomb those airplanes down there. We'll give it a shot. But I want that flak battery bad, and I want this upper northern flak battery. We'll just set it up for another run. I try to get 2 bomb runs in the morning, and sometimes you cock it up. All right, so let's see if I got anything on that drop. Yeah, I've got some. I got some. Not bad. All right, let's head to AMSEAT 1 land, and let's run this flight again because that was shitty. That was like the toilet. Beyond toilet. All right. That's bomb run. Just make sure you open your bomb bay doors. And then the first target you want to hit, you probably will be able to hit. If you don't, well then you're shit out of luck. You got to take what you can get and wing it. Still, again, as Black Knight, I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot more bomber pilots get on to whether it be the TWC server, the squad that I represent, or onto the Team Fusion. Love to have you join me between 6 and 7 o'clock for a bomber hop. I'm going to put my Warbirds of Prey Discord on. It's going to be a temporary password for that day. If you jump on and you want to chat while I'm in flight, hey, that'd be great. More conversation, the better. Panzer on that one, or not Panzer, but Count. I'm going to have to turn your volume up in Discord because you were quite soft. And that's probably why you could barely hear yourself in the stream. A couple of guys I fly with, the CAG group, Panzer and Count Orlock, couple of good pilots. Enjoy flying with. I'm not going to get political today or have any type of conversations with politics. It is what it is. Again, I'm just a struggling teacher head of the household, family of 4, and I think as far as, the state that I live in, you need to return the longevity bonuses. You need to return the increases for those older teachers. The reason why they stay on, in my opinion, even longer is because you've taken away those things. And they're just trying to build their retirement up so that they can retire peacefully and with a reasonable amount of money. But you're really stinging us, in my opinion, in the educational field here in the South, as well as the coaching aspect. I fight for coaching salaries in the South to be a little bit better and not just one sport. Makes no sense to me. If the group of people within the community and those people that control those business offices in the city can come up with a major extreme salary, in my opinion, then you should be able to help everybody else and change the way coaches are respected around here. Just my opinion. But, not to ruffle anybody's hair or feathers. You're going to do what you're going to do. All right, let's set up this Willie to land. I chop throttle and prop pitch and just float on down. Ease on down the road. That's a classic remake of The Wizard of Oz. It's called The Wiz. Enjoyed that. Had a lot of great stars in that movie. I like that remake. I don't know, maybe I'm just a classical movie buff. Some of the movies that we've been getting lately are just knockoff pieces of crap. I'm almost glad Hollywood shut down. This is mean to say, but I hope 90% of I like 10% of the people in Hollywood, and I hope 90% of those actors just go by way of the dodo. Yeah, and I need to think of the grips. I need to think of all of the guys behind the scenes that go do all of the stuff in movies to make the movies truly what they are. It's not always the actor, but they seem to be the ones that are the most vocal, and they just, in my opinion, just need to entertain. But everybody's allowed their opinion. It just seems to be the same opinion across the board. I'd love to know if their opinion matches exactly, who they voted for. I bet you some of them are full of crap. I bet you the entire movie industry will probably move to Texas. Texas, look out, man. You're going to be inundated by the blue wave of movie people. Newsom and his taxes, I'm sure state taxes will probably be up to 75% of what you earn. That means, for all you ignorant idiots out there, that means for every dollar that you make, 75 cents goes to Gary Newsom. And if you're in California and you're making $150,000 a year, you screwed. They think you're rich. Anyway, I'll leave politics be. Landing. Map. Again, this is Black Knight. If you want to join me, I'm going to be taking off in just a little bit from City Barani and fly another Wellington hop. Love to get another pilot on comms and another pilot in the air with another bomber. Any rookies out there? Stats. Any rookies out there looking to have some fun? Learn how to fly one of these big kites. It is, man. It's just landing at 85 miles an hour, man, like nothing. It's just floating. All right, let me taxi off the runway and clear. Right. And you want to tap on the brake key, kind of like it's anti-lock brakes. And get this big boat. Check in with the tower and the head man and say, I brought you a welly. All right, let me jump across real quick and go back to City Barani and grab a new one. All right, here we go. So step by step, you're looking at I like to set my supercharger, your fuel cock 1, fuel cock 2. Make sure that you get your radiators open. And I'm using my touch screen now, my 40-inch touchscreen overlay. So just to show you how that works. Again, get these engines warmed, get these engines rolling. Get that engine going. Alright, now I'm going to drift. Like I said, I go to the bombardier seat and I preset. Everything was like right on the money with that run, and I just didn't open my bomb bay doors like a doofus. Alright, so I've got 11,000. I'm going 11,000 feet. Again, I set my increased sight velocity. Again, like I said, it works with my 260. That's too fast. 70, 80, 90, 200. Okay. So we're preset there. Remember, in flight, you're checking your altitude gauge, checking your airspeed. Had a couple of glitches there. Remember, just to zoom into your gun sight. Make sure you got a lean into your gun sight. Lean out. Check your speed. Check your altitude. Lean back in. Make sure you've got directional gyro increase and decrease set up on your keyboard. And that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to get some flaps here. Looks like 2 degrees or 20% flaps is the magic number. Select all engines. And taxi over here to the boards. Again, if you're just joining me on my YouTube channel, hey, use the chat, say hello. Live chat is available. Trying to get 2 or 3 people in the chat to be commenting. Try to keep your comments clean. I'm just enjoying myself on a Saturday morning hop, doing some flying a Wellington. Like any other pilot. Uh-oh, don't you dare break your prop. Alright, get this baby lined up. All right, here we go. Make this hop again in this welly. Let's at least try to take out that first flak battery. I wish I could get a hold of Sebro, looks like a new pilot, and let him know that he could take a later Hurricane and actually take a heavier bomb load. Undercarriage up. Alright, let's get some speed here. Drop the nose just a little bit. And we'll start this climb. Again, hit that like button, subscribe, give me some comments and feedback. Always looking for feedback to make this channel kind of go a little bit better. Layout, streaming, just want you guys to come on and enjoy, but also want to see more and more people pile on to the game, learn how to fly airplanes, in my opinion. This is a nice hobby, nice pastime. Don't really need a lot. Once you buy your equipment, it'll last you a long time if you buy the right pieces of equipment. Average prices of equipment, I'm going to say you're ranging between probably at the high end 600, at the low end 150. Track IR probably another $150, so you're looking at about $750 for the pieces of equipment. That's a throttle quadrant with flight stick along with a set of rudder pedals and track IR. The most expensive piece is again, you got to build a decent gaming rig if you're into PC games. I'm using a graphics card that's a 1070 Ti Zotac Extreme. For this game, it seems to be enough. I know that the guys at Team Fusion are talking about taking the textures all to 4K. I may have to go up to a 280, but you know, I may just have to lower my graphic settings till I can afford a 280. I cannot afford a 280 or even a 3080. That's not in this teacher's budget. Other than that, I just fly with what I got right now, and the amount of money that I make extra goes into working on my full motion flight simulator, which I'll be doing a video on Christmas to build the first two axes, and then I'm going to build the platform that it rests on. So the first two full 360 axes will be a flip and roll. So I'll have video for that this Christmas. I wanted to have things done by last Christmas, just didn't get into it. Didn't run into it. Ran out of money and ran out of time. So this Christmas looks good. Really excited about that. Maybe I'll get a lot of viewership. Hopefully I don't land on my head, break my neck. I've got some aluminum cutting today. I'm going to try and recreate a couple of corners. I'm going to have try to get somebody to weld those corners for me. Alright, cut back on the prop pitch here. I'm going to go with a little over 2200 in this climb. I'm going to try to maintain about 130 in this climb. I still want my 1,000 feet per minute. What do we got? Almost 2,300. That's pretty good. Again, just about the 4,000. And if you're just joining me, call signs Black Knight, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like the Bomber Hop, you care to join me on Discord, I'm going to be putting up that Discord link to my channel. I'm going to make the broadcast passworded, so for those like-minded pilots that want to get on and chat with me, I'll make sure that you can get into the main channels. I have a channel called The Pub, which is the main entrance channel. It's just kind of a hangout channel, but then if you email me, I'll even post my email on that. If you email me, I'll send you the password to the channel, but to the Discord channel. But I gotta know, first off, I gotta know who you are, and I don't want somebody getting on my comms and start to lay the foul language down or play stupid music. I mean, I know what happened on TeamSpeak, and I'm sure it happens on Discord. You get people surfing channels and want to just be idiots. Okay, looks like I got to preset my directional gyro. You want that reading 0. Especially when you go into mode 22. Coastline hasn't quite come into line. I've got the first set of cliffs. I've got to get past that low section to the second set of cliffs to get to Bardia, which I think I'm right on track. Map. Again, target points I'm looking at, if I zoom into the airfield here, I'm going to try and hit this flak battery this time. I missed it because I didn't open up my bomb bay doors, so I had to come around and then just take what I could get on this airfield. I think I got what I'm looking for. And that's Bardia right there, I believe. It is midway between the point and Sullen Bay. Get my climb going here. I've dropped off. Remember, my goal was 11,000 feet. Just crossing over 7. I got 4,000 feet to go. Roughly, that's going to be about 5 to 7 minutes of flight time. All right, I got Bardia in sight. I'm going to put my feet on my pedals. Nobody really in the server right now. Stats. Tab. Map. Voice attack really works well in either DCS or even in Cliffs. I don't use it for any of the surface controls, just general information. Excuse me for the yawn, let me get some coffee. Just for the general information windows, I'm going to make this bomb run, get an intermission, grab a breakfast sandwich. So I'm going to make a breakfast sandwich, and then I'll come back and fly a little bit later. I'll jump in a fighter. I'm still looking for a holiday blend coffee other than Starbucks. If you can recommend to me any other holiday blends that are really good. Trying to avoid the Starbucks. Rather give my money to Black Rifle Coffee. You guys make a holiday blend, that would be good. You'll have to look your website up. Remember to set your directional gyro. Remember, once you do that, you get your plane locked off. Make sure you open your bomb bay doors before you go to the bomber seat. Just crossing over 9,000 feet right now. In mode 22, plane really takes a serious nosedive. I figured on counteracting that. Getting a little hot. Counteracting that with flaps, and it looks like 2 degrees of flaps looks like it's enough. I don't want to go past 240. Seems like 240 is busting engine into Wellington. We are looking good on lineup. Got my crevasse in that first 2, and where I like to swing in and drop. Man, that first run I had was on point. Oh man, I'm so mad at myself for not opening up those dagburn bomb bay doors. I got toe fill. Hopefully he doesn't catch me on this run. It's a little bit better. Alright, just crossing over almost to 10. We're just about to our last 1,000. I'm going to start bringing my nose down just a little bit. We're at 10-4. We're just about to the coastline where I want to start locking this target in. I'm going to get a radar control here and find out where tow fill is. Tab. You got one bandit, vector 270 heading, Angels 5, good. Hopefully he's not tracking me. Really don't want to get shot down this run. Want to try and make this next run cleanly. 225 to 228, I'll take that on the temps. Just about to the altitude I want to be. Make sure that that's on 0. Alright, let's go into level stabilizer. Bombay doors. Just relax, grab my coffee, check my miles per hour. Check my altitude. See where I'm at the coastline. Okay, I need to start coming right. Alright, looks good. I'm happy with that. Final altitude looking like 10.7. Now I'm going to double check that on the altimeter up here. It's right on 10.7. Looking at 180. And I'm looking at 180, 10.7. 180 and 10.7. Alright, I'm going to get my fingers back on my directional gyro and swing this lady into target. Not going into that field, I'm going into this other field. Kind of looking. Right along that road. Okay, bomb bay doors are open. Just travel along here for a little bit. Final check on speed. Still at about 180 by 10.7. Again, as I mentioned before, I can't shift past the site to look around. A little bit harder. So I'm going to go right into lean in and just be patient. Got my finger on the drop buttons. Remember, you're just trying to put that pip sight right over where you're dropping your bombs. Okay, final check. 180, 10.8. All right, leaning in. Oh, that should be right on the money. Mom's away. Let's see how I did. Back to the pilot seat. Takeoff mode stab. 22. Rocker over. See if this hits. Come on. Oh yeah, not too bad. Got a few things to pop down there. Alright, let's get this bad boy home. And put my gear up. Oh, I'll take that hit. Not too bad. Alright, so that was a lot better run that time around. Patient, just follow through with your order and process, and I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself in the Wellington. And if you can imagine, if you get 20 guys flying Wellingtons, you know, heck, even 10 guys flying Wellingtons, 9 bombs each. That's 90 bombs hitting that airfield. That's 90 bombs. So, anybody that wants to join me, call signs Black Knight. I'm going to make sure by this afternoon my stream has my Discord channel. I'm going to figure out how to lock Discord channels or password Discord channels. Hopefully I can get home safe. I've got a Messerschmitt at 11 o'clock, probably tow fill. That's all right. My bomb run's done. Just get these guys home. Hit that like button and let me know what you think. Again, call signs Black Knight. Chat, live stream chat's available. Make sure you send me a chat message, or even if you need to get in touch with me about your setup and everything else, I'll post my Discord channel as well as my email. My email is warbirdsofprey@gmail.com. That's warbirdsofprey@gmail.com. If you're interested, get a hold of me. I'll try to help and walk you through this hobby of mine of combat flight sim. I do fly sometimes DCS. It's I just, maybe if they put a Mark 14 Spitfire in, I'll probably get I think they're doing the Mariana Islands. They're doing the Pacific. They've got carriers coming that are World War II carriers. I'll probably buy the Corsair and maybe do some carrier ops over there, which will be cool. But until that happens, the Spitfire Mark 9C that they got it's not a high altitude Spit. It's not made me jump, didn't that? My guy is shooting like crazy. Uh-oh. Gotta get my gear down. Yeah, you're not gonna kill me. You killed my gunner. Just gonna dip this wing and break this prop if I can. And grab a plane real quick and shoot him down for shooting me down. Hopefully he doesn't kill my pilot. Hangs around. Looking for him, don't see him yet. Looking for the flak, wonder if he's in the ground. Don't see him come. Oh no, tripped. Let's try that again. Quick takeoff. Looking for him. Tire is what I did. I wonder if he's in the ground. Let's kind of fly out the backside your seat just to keep checking your rear end, because he could be coming down. I don't see any flak. I don't see him unless he flew away. I had bombs on. let's head up. I'll give one more go. Trying to shoot me down. Stats. I didn't get a death. Oh, he left the game. Oh, what a... Alright, well, I was planning my break anyways. I'll come back here and land. Again, it's Black Knight. Done my 2 Wellington hops. I'm going to take a morning breakfast. I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back on in a little bit. Land this Hurricane a little bit better than I landed that Wellington. Alright. Apply the brakes, clear the runway to the left. Not all the way off, but off well enough. Alright. It's Black Knight. I'm going to sign out now for just a little bit. Hope to see you guys on the flip side. I'll be doing some fighters, mainly Hurricanes and Spitfires. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button. Hopefully things are running really well and the stream is going pretty good. Other than that, hope to see you this afternoon.